Hey, what's up everyone? It's me, Pichu, and we're back with Dangantalia. Mm, the third trial. Are you ready? Yes. Waiting room. Oh, did the trial room change? Well, I thought the previous trial room's design was flashy, so I made it modest this time, no? What I'm surprised for is that how you can just change the whole thing when you can't go outside. Well, that's one of life's mysteries. Anyway, let's do it. Alright, so let's begin. Wait. Before we begin, I have a few questions to ask, if I may. If I can answer it. First, how does the corpse announcement work? I know it's late, but I'm curious. Okay, here's your answer. The corpse discovery announcement rings when there are 3 or more people who found the corpse firsthand. But that's 3 or more. Is the culprit constant? Usually no, but in some other conditions it usually counts. In some conditions, for example... Sorry, but I can't answer that. Is that all? This time we have Japan and Russia as casualties, so are they connected? Well, I can't answer that. Alright then, one more. If this case is a suicide, how will the trial go? It doesn't change. Technically speaking, suicide means that you end your own life. Murder means killing oneself, so suicide technically means you murder yourself. Alright, is that all? Yes, for now. What are we waiting for? Let's start the trial. So this time we have 2 victims. Is this the work of the same culprit, or by 2 different culprits? Oh, I want to ask about that too. If there are 2 culprits doing different murders, how will the trial go? Well, I suppose we can just make it into one trial, so in that trial you have to guess 2 culprits. But don't worry, I'll make sure that there will be 1 culprit only. You have my word. Alright, I got it. Anyway, for now, let's begin from our usual agenda, the murder weapon. Germany's victims file said that it was cause of death was his stab. I can't talk today. That his cause of death is his abdomen wound. I guess the murder weapon is obvious. What could it be? Operation Blade. The murder weapon must be the Operation Blade, abandoned in the crime scene. The blade matches the wound. It should be right. Alright, now that the weapon has been cleared, let's go to Spain's case. His body is soaked, so shouldn't it be drowning? Nope. Grandson, I don't think he died by drowning. His head is not as wet as his body, so it doesn't make sense if he died by drowning. But if drowning is out of the question, then what can it be? I don't think discussing Spain's case will move any further, so for now, why don't we focus on Germany's case first? I agree with Russia in this. Let's go through his case first. Damn it! Who killed Vest? Admit it right now! Easy, Russia. We'll get to the truth sooner or later. You sure look so calm, England. Could it be that you're the killer? Let me help, Russia. I just want to try to calm down. Why is that? Because you're the killer? Pichu-kun, England-san, please calm down. This is not the time to fight. Come on, let's continue the trial. According to Germany's file, there is a strangling mark on his neck. But he died because of blood loss. Isn't this weird? So, the question is why the culprit strangled Germany and stabbed him too. How did the culprit strangle him? Did he take something from the storehouse or something? America-san, the storehouse is locked, remember? To be precise, we blocked it. Even if the culprit did come inside and grab something, it would be impossible to block that door again without a trace. Oh, you're right. But then, what did he use? Leaving that mystery aside, let's try to find something abnormal in Germany's crime scene. Eh? Is there anything like that? Something abnormal, huh? Not that I think about it, there's something abnormal in the scene. What is it, Japan? One of the control panels in the room broke down. Pichu said that it was still working yesterday. I took a quick look at it before going to the trial. Which part was broken? It was a disaster! All the parts are messed up and the cables and plug are plugged wrongly. And to boot, there's one cable that is utterly broken. Eh? What do you mean, Pichu? One of the cables is stretched out somehow. Stretched? I suppose you know where this is going, right, Ben? Eh? Seriously? Machine part. Cables. Cables. The culprit used the cables to strangle Germany-san. The cables? The culprit probably tried to return the parts, but he failed and messed it up. Are you saying that he doesn't understand machinery? Either that, or maybe he was hurrying. I see. If Germany was killed when we were searching for him, or before that, there is no telling when the others will come. So the culprit strangled him with the cables and stabbed him with the blade. I guess we can be safe to say his case is cleared, right? Not exactly cleared, but at least we know something now. Now let's think about Spain's case. I'm really confused with his case. If he didn't die from drowning, then how did he die? I didn't see his crime scene, but shouldn't you be able to get clues from it? England-san, the fact that Spain's crime scene is cleaner is the clue. But Japan! Is there really no clue on Big Brother Spain's scene? I'm sure that it's not there. You don't even know how he was killed. Since he has no external wounds, then... That's it, Anashi-san. Eh? What's it? The fact that Spain-san doesn't have any external wounds is weird. I mean, he had the trace of blood coming up from his mouth. Well, yes, that's true. But there is something out of place in this case, particularly Spain's. Care to explain it, Tasha? If Spain was killed without leaving external wounds, then what possibility is left? Eh? Possibility? There is no impact from the outside. But how he was killed? I suppose now you have the feeling, right, Japan? How Spain-san was killed. He had no external wounds then. From inside. He was killed from the inside. Eh? What do you mean by that? He had no external wounds. Then where did the blood come from? The only possible explanation that he was killed from is that he was killed from the inside. So take a look at Spain's file. You'll understand what I'm saying. Spain's file? Let's see. Victim Spain, Antonio Fernandez Carrillo. The death occurs approximately in the evening. The victim is killed in a large bath. The body soaked, but the head is not really wet. There's also no traces of blood. There's also traces of blood from his mouth. Huh? This is not right. The cause of death is not listed. This cause of death is not listed. That is what you were trying to say, right, Precious-san? That's correct. I'm surprised on how you paid attention on something like this, Russia. If I'm going to kill someone, I have to do this properly. For something that has listed all the usual victims' cause of death, this is unusual. Honestly, I thought that puppet master was being lazy or something. But if it is from the inside, then the only possibility left is poison. Poison? Poison? Where does the culprit get it? The storehouse is locked, so isn't it impossible? It doesn't have to be this storehouse, right? It could be a place with chemicals. A place with chemicals. The infirmary? Infirmary? There is the plastic garbage I found in the trash can. It reeks. There's a weird smell on this. Is there anyone familiar with the scent? Hey, I don't know the scent. I don't know the scent too. If it's about chemical things, won't China be the best one? Let's see. Nah, the scent is new to me too. Let's say that this plastic garbage is the poison. Wait, you make it sound as if anyone who came to the infirmary is a killer. Oh, but that's my intention. To be precise, the ones I suspect are Japan, Russia, and China. Hey, me? That's your son. I was injured at the time, so shouldn't I be excused? Well, if that's the case, then let's stop talking about suspecting someone else. Let's start with a simple idea. Did this Spain take the poison? Or did he? If there's no external wounds found, then I suppose an injection will be negative. Then how did he get it? Let's see, shouldn't this be simple? He ate it. Did he simply eat it? Just like that? Well, that's a logical choice. But hold on. If Spain was poisoned simply by eating it, then could it be that the poison was put on food? The last time we ate was during the dinner. China and I invited everyone. Then Spain was poisoned right during the dinner time? But everyone ordered different foods. As long as there's an opening, anyone who came to the dinner had a chance. In other words, they are the suspects. Oh, you just want to say that you're not the killer, right? Listen, Frog, I didn't even come to the dinner meeting. If we go by that logic, then Russia, Japan, and England can't be the killer. Wouldn't China and Italy be the most suspicious? Whoa, that's just not right. Russia, stop your joke. If a champ can't possibly kill Western Spain, right? First of all, if he really was poisoned, then why didn't he die right after eating it? Wait a minute. He didn't die right after eating the poison? Then Japan? I wanted to ask something. Was Germany present during the dinner meeting? Yeah, he was there. Germany wasn't killed by poison, so I guess the culprit drugged Spain first. According to what I heard, you all came to call me in Prussia, right? Me in Prussia, huh? Well, since Japan was injured, we thought that he must be in the infirmary. Then you all went separated to search for Prussia and me. I woke up during a second knock on my door, and then I joined the search for Germany. Germany was killed first, right? Wait here, England. What I want to know is why Spain didn't die right after he ate the poison. You're so thick-headed. The poison was... because it was a slow-acting poison, right? I can't be sure, but that is the only answer I can think of. No, wait! Is this such a convenient murder tool in this building? I didn't find poison bottles when we were searching the fourth floor. The answer to that is easy. Even if such a poison didn't exist in this place, you could make it instead. Make it? Make the poison? That's correct. And? What's wrong? I hate to do this, but... England, will you do the favor? What? You know what I'm talking about. Huh? Make an accusation. I don't want to accuse him, but it's the only logical thing. He's not my favorite guy. Come on. China-san. It can't be anyone else. He's not China! Me? Japan. What? China killed Germany and Big Brother Spain? Someone with great knowledge about medicines and chemicals should have no problem making a convenient poison. I know what you're getting at, but do you have the evidence? The evidence is somewhere within the process. In the process? To be precise, it is in Germany's house ransom. There's still one thing that we haven't cleared yet, and that is... Germany-san's left hand. Left hand? I think his left hand looked like he was holding something, right? That's correct. Also, there were traces of blood on his fingernails. I see, so that's how it is. I don't get it at all. I'm starting to get the idea too. Hey, don't leave us in the dark here! Well, you see, Germany's buff and tall, right? What's this all of a sudden, England? Yeah, well, that goes without saying, right? Not all of us here are as tall as him. If someone suddenly strangled him, then wouldn't he have a struggle? I think anyone would have struggled if someone strangled him. The blood is especially thick in the fingernails, so wouldn't it mean that he had held onto something so hard until it bled? Until it bled? He could have been holding onto his wounds, right? If he was holding his wounds, then his palm would have been full of blood too. Germany-san's body state is almost the same with what the fire said. Thus, that blood is not his. Then it belongs to the culprit! Correct. Germany was holding onto the culprit's arm or hand. Either way, with that much blood, the wound won't heal easily. Then, if China is the culprit, he will have that wound, right? I believe it is his left arm. Alright then, China, if you're not the culprit, then you should have no problem showing us, right? No. No need to ask. Here. That mark, so you really... Well, you got me this... No! 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 Not him. Damn it, China! Why did you kill them? You better have a good reason to convince me to forgive you. Rather than that, I want to know why you had to injure Japan on pressure, and also that locked room trick. You could just directly kill someone, and yet, why do you have to provoke us by hurting two of our friends? Well, I simply put the key back inside the storehouse when we came in. And also, I know nothing of Precious' condition. But it's true that I injured Japan. Yeah, and we're asking why! I suppose we reached a conclusion. And you know what? You guys are correct once again. The culprit who killed Germany are Ludwig, and Spain or Antonio Fernandez Carrito is not in China or Wenyao. Well then, shall we proceed to the execution? Seriously, do we really have to do this? Wait a sec! I haven't heard his reasons for attacking Japan and killing West and Spain. I don't want the execution to start before I've heard everything. It might be a weird reason, but I was hoping that he would be executed. Well, I was hoping that he would be excused. Eh? If he was injured and didn't leave the infirmary during the murders, he would have a perfect alibi, right? At least, I don't want him to become a suspect. No. You can't do this to me. You can't. You're saying that you injured Japan in order to give him an alibi? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, I want to survive until the end, but it seems that I don't have the ability to stay. No, wait! You have to tell us everything! Even I have people who I want to protect, you know. Now that I think about it, your trick seemed dull, and you didn't resist much when we accused you. Care to explain the reason? It's possibly because I just want to finish this fast. Anyway, I can't stay here for too long. Wait, China-san! I'm not convinced! Why did you cure those two? Sorry, Japan, but I really can't tell you anything else. It is my fault for making a deal with the demon. China-san, what are you? Japan, listen well. Do not betray your comrades. You guys are in this together, so make sure that you are going to escape this place together. Even if things are tough, you should keep on living. But your reason is not enough to convince me. You really can't tell us more? Alright then, here we go. Well then, let's begin the exciting execution. My hands would never reach him. No matter how much I yelled, I screamed for help. It just didn't reach. It was because my mouth couldn't shout. Cooking festival. Jenna was wrapped with chains and then thrown into a giant cauldron. It was a straightforward execution, but also a scary execution. Fire was lit at the bottom of the cauldron. It was getting boiled. As it was getting boiled, the puppet master appeared and pressed the button. And then the cauldron exploded, right? You can't do this to me. The explosion was not a joke. I felt like hundreds of bombs were planted inside the cauldron. However, I couldn't cry. My emotions just didn't let me. I stared at the exploded cauldron where the bread had decorated the pieces. I didn't see his body, but blood was especially thick at the middle of the cauldron. He was no more. China, this is just... I suppose this is a very sad ending, huh? But this has been this way since forever. Just who the hell are you? We're so tired of saying I'm dead! Show us your true self now. Show my true self, eh? Well, you have the right to know, now that I've gotten this far. You bastards can call me Monochrome from now on. I'm the despair deep inside your hearts. Burn my face into your eyes and brains. This is the face of your despair. He stood over there, overwhelmed. He laughed maniacally as his black and white mask on his with his black and white mask on his face. Then he exited the room, leaving us in that place of which such confusion and fear. His laugh kept on ringing inside our minds. His mask was floating inside our brains. That's my favorite character. Just killed him! Gotta keep playing. Oh, no, you can't just leave me on that. Oh. Well, that's all I have time for, and yeah, I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep now. Because that was my favorite character that they killed. The reason I hear Japan, that's just too much. My heart, my coconut is permanently damaged. Why would you do this to me? Like and favorite if you enjoyed, and subscribe for Go Fucking today. I will see you guys next time, so bye. Also, if you don't know, on DeviantArt I am selling a few cool prints that I did for fun. If you want to, you can check them out and buy them. Also, hold on a minute. I am also working on a comic called Four Souls. If you would like to, you can read it. And I do work really hard on this comic, so I really hope you enjoy the story. I'm getting pages at what I think is a normal pace. But link will be in the description if you would like to read it. So, feel free to check it out. And feel free to check all the prints out. I guess that's it. So, bye!